Good morning, Bulldogs. Mrs. Garrison here, your reading intervention teacher. Filming this the night before on my patio where it's a little rainy outside, but hoping that when you see this tomorrow morning, there will be sunshine. I just want you to know that all of your Stranahan family is thinking of you, and there's nothing more than we would want than to be with you. But I'm so glad that we have all of this wonderful technology so that we can still keep in contact with you. The story I'm going to read to you deals with sometimes facing hard things and peaks and valleys and this thing called the roller coaster of life. But you know what? We always know you can do it, and this book is called I Knew You Could. So don't stress out about your schoolwork or your packets. Play a game, learn something new, try to cook, but don't ever forget to read a book. The story today is I Knew You Could. It's a book for all the stops in your life. I Knew You Could by Craig Dorfman and illustrated by Christina Ong. I knew you could, and you knew it too, that you'd come out on top after all you've been through. And from here you'll go farther and see brand new sights. You'll face brand new hills that rise to new heights. I wish I could show you the stops that you'll visit, but that isn't my choice to make for you, is it? Instead, I can tell you some lessons and tales that I've learned and relearned on my time on the rails. First of all, you must find your own track so you can start right away and not be held back. But which track is yours? Well, that all depends on which way it's going and where it might end. Different tracks wind around, over, under, and through, so pick out the one that works best for you. Though the track you start out on will feel like the one, you might take a few more before you are done. And now with your eyes on your new destination, start up your wheels, roll out of the station. On your new trip, you'll make plenty of stops in deep river valleys and high mountain tops. Some will surprise you and some will be planned, and you'll row through each one saying, I think I can. You'll go through tunnels surrounded by dark, and you'll wish for a light or even a spark. You might get scared or a little bit sad, wondering if maybe your track has gone bad. So here's some advice to help ease your doubts. The track you took in must also go out. So steady yourself and just keep on going. Before you know it, some light will be showing. And then you'll be out heading to a new place. You'll be ready for the next tunnel you face. Sometimes you'll look up and see planes in the sky, and you'll think to yourself, I wish I could fly. The cars on the roads will seem quick and free. You'll feel stuck on your track and think, I wish that was me. But the plane might wish he could get out of the air, saying, I wish I could travel like that train down there. The cars will watch as you speed right along, and they'll say to each other, look how fast and how strong. Don't worry about not being a car or a plane. Just enjoy the trip you'll take as a train. Don't be afraid to toot your own horn if you need to be heard or there are people to warn, or if being yourself just makes you so proud that you want to share it and sing it out loud. You'll follow your track through twists and through bends and stop at new stops and pick up new friends. They'll all come aboard with smiles and greetings. You'll have such great times with the people you're meeting. On the days when you're sad and feel you can't go, speak up and ask a friend for a tow.
That's what friends do, so don't be afraid. You'd do the same if your friend needed aid. You might stop at some stops that you've never have toured and look for new friends, but they won't come aboard. So you'll have to head out with a creak and a groan, setting out once again on your track all alone. Try to remember that the world is so wide, full of all kinds of peoples with their own trains to ride. Just stay true to yourself as you travel your track with no second guessing and no looking back. Once you're on the right track, you'll probably say, "This one is mine. I'm here to stay." Try to enjoy the track that you choose. Stop now and then to take in the views. If you rush forward as a general rule, before you arrive, you could run out of fuel. Don't overwork, but save up some strength. That way, every day, you can travel new lengths. You'll need all the strength on the days when you're stuck or tired or sad or just out of luck. When your belief in yourself doesn't feel quite so pure and your "I think I can" doesn't sound quite so sure. That's when to push and to strive and to strain to show the world you're not a giving up train. And you're wise if you know that doing your best means that sometimes you should just slow down and rest. Speeding through your whole trip will only bring sorrow, so slow down today to be happy tomorrow. There's more about life that you'll learn as you go, because figuring things out on your own helps you grow. Just trust in yourself and you'll climb every hill. Say, "I think I can." And you know what? You will.
So Bulldogs, that was your book called I Knew You Could. And you know what? Sometimes it is going to be hard to do things on your own, but that is the way that we grow. So I have an activity for you to do, and I started my own. It's called an acrostic poem. And an acrostic poem, you'll see it backwards. You write a word and then come up with a sentence for each of those letters. I thought you could write down things that you can do while you are home. Maybe they are things that you've always wanted to try. Maybe they are just things that you enjoy doing. But that way, when you're feeling bored or a little bit lost, you'll have something to do. I wrote a few down. For I said I can learn how to spell 10 new words. So that's something I want to do. For C, I said call a friend or maybe a family member that I can't see. A, I said an activity for 30 minutes. This one was fun. For D, I said I'm going to do minute to win it challenges. And for T, I said type a letter or tell someone a story. And I'm still working on figuring out the other ones. But I would love to see your acrostic poems if you want to post them or bring them to school when hopefully we will see each other again. But no matter what, Bulldogs, we miss you, and I knew you could.